Book 101 review. Book 101 is all about the books that I've read for the last 40 years. And today I have my special guest. He is the founder of Meridian Point Capital and Living 585 Realty, no other than Mr. Jason Johansen.
Hey there.
Welcome to Book 101, Mr. Jason, and can you please introduce more about yourself?
Hey there. Yeah, I'm Jason Johansen from Rochester, New York. I run a property investment company and real estate brokerage, and just love everything about mindset and growth, and kind of just take it every day and kind of living it to the fullest.
Living to the fullest, people. So, Mr. Jason, let's talk about mindset around money, freedom, and what's truly possible. How would you describe your current mindset toward money, abundance driven or scarcity focused?
Yeah, I'd say like growing up, like yeah, it was very there was a lot of scarcity, and it was always, hey, money is not something that we will celebrate, or it's not something that we have, and not something we talk about. And I think it's kind of, you get into this space later on in life where all of a sudden you kind of hear these different ideas where, you know what, uh, you can do things that you just thought were reserved just for like the ultra rich, or like, you drive down the street and you see this big apartment building. Wait, there is a possibility that you could be an owner of that. And that's just like this, that's just that bridge of, hey, do I have that ability? Is that money out there for me to do that? Well, yeah, no, there's two ways of thinking, yes or no.
Mr. Jason Johansen, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge to the world and, of course, your business itself. What does financial freedom mean to you personally?
I think financial freedom means basically you're working for yourself. You're not working for the paycheck. It's there's a switch where, hey, every day I wake up, I'm not clocking in and um, looking for Friday. I'm able to actually enjoy, enjoy things and kind of think about the future, and not have to, not have to struggle for that every dollar.
Certainly. Totally agree with you, Mr. Jason. When you think about money, what emotions come up most frequently?
I think now it's possibility. Like, it's almost like a game. What how can you do certain things to attract it? How can you grow it? What can you do to kind of, hey, you have this right here. How can you turn it into this? And then the strategies and kind of the now almost fun behind it.
Do you believe you deserve wealth and freedom? Why or why not?
I think we all deserve wealth and freedom. It's just, um, think about in the times when you haven't had it, or hey, family, friends that have struggled. Well, we owe it to everybody that helped us in order to be in a better spot and kind of grow and attract attract the kind of freedom that we're looking for.
Certainly. Very well said, Mr. Jason. Very well said. What limiting belief about money did you inherit from a family or society?
Limiting belief from a family or society. I would guess I would say that the limiting belief would be that it's hard, uh, that it's not possible. Like we have to get a job, and we have to sit there and work for somebody else. The whole idea behind school is that you could, you know, go through 12 years of school and then go to college and then sit in a cubicle and work for somebody else. Um, I think that limiting belief stops a lot of people from being their own entrepreneur, own business owner, and that entrepreneurial spirit kind of gets shrunk down. So it's breaking past that.
Yes, indeed. Totally agree with you, Mr. Johnson. If you knew you could fail, or if you knew you could not fail, what financial goal would you pursue immediately?
If I couldn't fail at anything, oh my gosh, it's Christmas every day. I
For sure.
There we go. So I think I'd swing for the fences and just 10x everything I'm looking for and kind of grow our investment company and help more people and bring people in to work with us and kind of you know no stops, kind of endless limits.
So tell us about your company, Mister.
So yeah, we work with investment properties here in Rochester. We pool together funds to purchase additional packages of properties and kind of use the income that it produces to produce a monthly cash flow for everyone, and then also build up equity so everybody takes a participation in the back end sale when the properties are eventually sold.
So do you think your company is stable enough for a legacy business?
Yeah, so that's like the legacy that I'm looking at is, hey, you know what? Our nieces and nephews and the people that we have, we're kind of we're going down this path and able to produce the things that we didn't even think were possible. So that's going to help, set them up with the right mindset where they could come in someday and also, hey, you can buy your own property and kind of pass down that possibility and that knowledge of growth.
Speaking of mindset, how does your mindset about money currently impact your decisions and daily actions?
I'd say, hey, with that, it's what do I, you know, years ago when I was, straight out of high school, I probably would have wanted to sleep until like, 11, noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon and kind of just waste the day around, just relaxing. Now it's kind of like that drive to get up and kind of go out there and we're living the dream every day of things that we didn't even think were possible 5 years ago. So it's kind of, my wife and I have kind of got this thing where, hey, we have this energy to move and grow and kind of, just get at it.
Certainly. Grow, people, grow. What does the phrase financially free look and feel like to you in your daily life?
Uh, I mean, years ago, I remember when I was working and I try to dig through the little coin jar in the car and be like, okay, I got $3 left. I can get three things off the dollar menu. It was just like a struggle to, hey, how are you going to even eat? Now it's kind of we've gone past like the food to the now how can we help other people, and we're in the position of kind of being able to build people up or kind of helping doing the things that make us happy, kind of without the limitation of, hey, what we don't have the funds to do that. We got to pull back and everything.
Mr. Jason, what will be your vision and mission as a founder of your business?
uh, our mission is to basically go out there and help as many people as possible in their daily lives as they rent and live in these properties that we own, and then as we bring in investors, creating them to have generational wealth and financial freedom. We've had a ton of people where they wanted to get into this for a very long time, but they're never willing to take that step and kind of go after their dreams. And it was just always it was too far. The gap seemed too wide of what was possible. Now we've got it where, hey, I can bring in family and friends, and um, instead of going at it alone, we have a group that supports each other.
Certainly. People take the risk. If you want to be successful in life, take a risk and don't afraid to fail because you will learn from it. So good luck to your vision and mission, Mr. Jason. Can you recall a moment when you overcome a limiting belief about money or freedom?
Moment where I've overcome a limiting belief about money or freedom. I would say that would be I had I had the thought of I want to get into real estate. I want to actually buy some rental property, and like I had no money, I had no mentors, I had kind of an idea, but no way to go at it. And all of a sudden, something clicked where, hey, you know what? I have this person that I can do it with. I don't have to do it alone. And I think that that mindset change of okay, I want to do something. I can't do it the way I am in the place I am. Okay, how can I change that so I can make this work? So coming up with alternative ways to get at it.
Certainly. How to make it work, people? Do you tend to set the financial goals based on safety and comfort or on possibilities and opportunities?
There you go. So I'm in a spot where I'm growing. I'm not focused on putting money into a low interest long term spot. I'm looking for growth and possibility. But I got the beauty of both worlds where we have real estate here in Rochester is pretty darn stable. So I have stable assets to invest in over long term. But then we also have the possibility of growth and appreciation. So I'm sort of in the middle there, where hey, it's not the most conservative, but then we are also in a pretty good spot that it's we do have stability.
Mr. Jason, how do you handle setbacks or unexpected expenses financial and emotionally?
Oh, that's a good question. So the setbacks, I mean, they happen, and you're going along, and all of a sudden you just you get this kick in the gut, and you're like, okay, you got two options. I could either one pack it in and just say, okay, call it quits, I'm done, or two, I could just stand up, brush it off, kind of shake it out, and just put one step forward. So it's kind of I choose to only believe that failure is only an option if I give up. So let's find a way to make it work and get after it.
So, Mr. Jason, are your current spending habits aligned with your vision or freedom and possibility?
Yeah, I think I think it's also how you spend your money is a good question. Is do you go in as you're building a business and you're looking to grow and kind of set yourself up for the success? Do you go on expensive vacations and kind of take a month off, or do you put your money back into your business and kind of fuel that growth? For my wife and I, we basically pour all our money back into growing because we're in that growth phase. So we we have different income streams, and they all basically lead back to building our business and kind of getting that growth.
How open are you to learning new ideas or strategies about managing and growing your wealth?
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to somebody the other day. I was like the worst student in school. I didn't want to read. I didn't want to study none of the subjects except I was into music. Like that got me. I would do things until I one day, one day years later here found out about this real estate thing, and I just like dove into it. I read books. Went to the library. Just absorbed everything I possibly could. So I am like nonstop trying to educate myself and listen to podcasts and listen to trainings, and like YouTube is amazing. You can find a million hours of like everything, and it's mind blowing how amazing that is. So it's yeah, just constantly absorbing everything I can.
Speaking of reading, Mr. Jason, can you recommend a book that empowers you as a founder of this business?
Yeah, so I would basically just suggest to everybody, like, whether you're into real estate or just life in general, pick up this old book. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Uh, it just has these life lessons of kind of breaking that mindset that's stuck and doesn't have any possibility, and then wants to work for other people, and then turn that into where, hey, you're the master of your destiny. You can choose to be an entrepreneur, and even if you're not in a space where you have 10 cents to put together, you can have that vision. So that's something that really inspired me, and I suggest it to like everybody that I talk to.
Definitely. Thank you so much for your recommendation, Mr. Jason. Please do read that book, people. So, when you envision your ideal lifestyle, what role does money play in making it achievable?
I think money is important to get to there, but then so the lifestyle, and then but then it's also kind of the relationships too. So it's we could grow and have more money and more money, but it's you know my wife and I, kind of our relationship together, and then how we have spend time with our family and friends. So it's the lifestyle is one thing, and we are growing, and we're gonna love to get there. But then I gotta remember too that, hey, right now we have the most important things that we have are each other.
Certainly, empowering multifamily investors to trade daily headaches for passive wealth generation. Can you explain this quotation of yours?
Yeah, so I'd say that I'm working for years. I've been working with a lot of multifamily investors who have, got into the game with these big visions, these big ideas that they're going to, you know, own these portfolio properties, and their dreams are going to like just be there. And they're not prepared for the rough times and the kind of the work that comes along with it. The unexpected expenses. You have to put a roof on. The tenants that just don't pay rent. So there's a thousand things that could possibly go wrong that the average person just gives up, packs up their bags, and goes home. They're not they just like don't want to have those daily headaches anymore. So I found an option where, hey, you know what? Owners can pretty much make around the same that they were making doing all this on their own, like all the time, all the money, all the education that they're just trying to do themselves, and then coming together and turning it into a passive investment where they really are getting their dream of collecting money, building wealth, and not having to do all the work. So it's pretty uh, pretty amazing what we have available here.
Mr. Jason, once one belief about money is shifted positively, would radically change your life.
I think that money is, well, what I would say is money is the vehicle that gets you to where you want to go. Um, so, people could say, hey, I want to do the next deal. You could find a great deal, but if you don't have that money available, the opportunity is not going to be there for you. So it's coming together and finding those solutions to, you know, get the next deal, or partner with people, or come together so that you can advantage of these opportunities. So the mindset of I need to get all the money versus, hey, you know what? There's different ways that I can do this and make the money work for me.
Who or what influences your mindset around money the most?
Influence is about money. I'd say all the years of real estate trainings and kind of, uh, yeah, all the real estate trainings I've taken, all the books, all the education, the hard knock, doing everything wrong the first time and figuring it out. Uh, Spending money on the wrong things. I've got a lot of, you know, I'd say I got a lot of education the hard knocks way. So it's, a lot of people through the years, different friends, different mentors, other guys that have done it that, instead of going to these expensive courses and everything, hey, just talking to somebody that's done it. People are so willing to share with each other and kind of help each other out. So just kind of I'm always looking for kind of that connection with other people to kind of support each other.
Very well said, Mr. Jason. Very well said. So before we wrap up our discussion for today, I'm inviting you to please do listen to one of my audiobooks and my Book 101 Review Volume 3 Suggestions and Book 101 Review Volume 2 Selected and Book 101 Review Volume 1 Highly Recommended. These are the products of my Season 1 on Book 101 Review. And for sure, my self-help books. One of them are Threads of Existence, Weaving the Tapestry of Life, Stand Tall, Stand Together, Breaking the Chains of Bullying, and Life is Too Short, a journey of discovery and fulfillment and joy. And my climate change book, Earth's Fever, the Unraveling Climate and Our Race to Restore Balance. Please do listen to them, available on Audible and one of the bestsellers. So, Mr. Jason, what small step could you take today to shift toward a more abundant and empowered financial mindset?
I'd say we all got to come together and just keep on working. Don't get discouraged, and live each day knowing the possibility that exists for us.
Yes, people, consistency, and don't afraid to commit mistake for sure and failure because you will learn from them in the process. So, Mr. Jason Johansen, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge about money itself. So, can you please invite our listeners to support Meridian Point Capital and Living 5 Realty?
There we go. Thank you.
So, where they can find you, sir?
Oh, over we have meridianpointcapital.com and investment properties over at living585.com.
Yes, people, let's support Mr. Jason Johansson because if you support him, more and more and more empowering business like this to come. And please do read the book that you recommended. So, Mr. Jason, thank you so much for your time.
Have a great day.
Morning, people. See you soon.